of COVID-19 pandemic. So we in Bali has been, got a very bad situation under the COVID-19 pandemic. So businesses already impact mostly by this kind of thing. But the government in Indonesia try to work on the health strategy first. They have do many things about this. And then after a few months of that, they realized that economic cannot be what we call cannot be stay calm, but they have to move on and so on. And then the government of Bali tried to look at what is the impact of coronavirus in Bali. So we say the foreign tourists almost down 100%, minus 99.9, because it's still some foreigners stay in Bali. Very few of them, they prefer to stay in Bali, and the government of Indonesia facilitating them to stay here. And then, according to the calculation of the government of Bali, it's about 9.7 trillion rupiah per month revenue losses from foreign tourists. It's about 650 million US dollar per month because there is no foreign tourists coming to Bali. So in the regional economics, so it suffers so much for the second what we call term in this year. Economic of Bali has falling down almost minus 11%, and unemployment directly and formally is about 70,000%. But if we consider informal sector, it could be much more than that. So travel and tourism industry in Bali greatly impacted by the coronavirus. And as our colleague, Mr. Tomo said that they just got a business in Bali, and now they try to do their best to be survived. So this is the number of impact on tourism in Bali. Closing hotel operation. Almost 300 star hotel in Bali has been closed. So there are some more non-star rated hotel also closed. So you can see the 5-star hotel is about 41 hotel, 4-star hotel 71 hotel, 3-star hotel 118, and so on. Mostly are in area of Badung and then Pasar. So this is the impact of tourism in Bali for the hoteliers. So when we try to do the economic recovery, we have to go to the new normal situation. And in my opinion, the new normal is back to normal plus, just back to normal plus back to the beginning as usual, and plus the safety and hygiene protocol and physical distancing and so on. So this kind of thing we can see from normal to the new normal. There's some picture here, I got it somewhere. And from hotel, now they have special treatment using disinfectant or UV light for the room and so on. So in Bali, the government of Bali and also government of Indonesia also released the handbook of how to what we call manage your property and your businesses during the pandemic. They have to use the health and safety protocol. There are some guidelines in tourism and also in specific tourism activities as well, like MICE and so on. So that's the thing that government try to do. But during this coronavirus pandemic, we still have many challenges, especially on the health. So if we try to cope with this new era, and we have to do something to protect our health. So we need extra equipment. Yeah. It's been extra investment. We need extra materials to fight the COVID regularly, like disinfectant and so on. So it increased operational costs. Also, when you open your business in tourism, you have to reduce your capacity of business because we have to do physical distancing and then also social distancing. And then when visitor traveling outside the cities to another city, they have to do a certain test. Also, if you go overseas, you have to do a special COVID test. It become more expensive for traveling. So challenges also for transportation, attraction, and tourist generation and amenity. For transportation as well, the transport businesses reduce their capacity to be able to do the physical distancing. And at the moment, we have only a few flights can fly and to become more expensive. And also for international and domestic, the priority is domestic flight and they need the test requirement. In some country, I heard that they are free of charge for people who come to the country and they will get a free COVID-19 swab test, for example, in Sri Lanka. But in Indonesia, we still charge them normally. In terms of destination product, we talk about the amenity. In amenity, they have to do some extra effort, as I said previously, to protect the guests and their employment. They should have a new normal standard operating procedure. So there will be more procedure should be undertaken by guests through their property before they come in. For example, they have to wash their hand, they have to test, taking the temperature test and so on. So sometimes it's not good and makes people feels less hospitality. And also in transport, as I said previously, we already said it's less light, more expensive and so on. And then the destination, attraction. So for the tourist generating regions, there's also problem. Australia closed border until December 2020. So our main market in Bali, especially Australia, no, none of the Australian people can come to Bali because they closed the border. Also from Chinese tourists, there's still some what we call challenges for the Chinese tourist market to come to Bali or to Indonesia. But we have a prospect. In Bali, we have a geography, temperature higher and humidity, so that less suitable for COVID. Some people say that, but it's not proved yet. Also in Bali, we have mostly nature-based attraction as well as culture, but nature-based attraction will be less likely COVID-19 because they're in open area. And also we have some island, small island that can be spreadly by sea and then protected by COVID from other islands. So demography, for that moment, we focus on domestic market. So number of people in Indonesia to become one of great market. In Indonesia also we have ethnic group, so a different group have different culture. We have a rich culture, so they can visit some area, some cities with different culture. So it easy access as well through road in an island because there are some places with what we call with ferry you can access, like in Bali from Java you can access Bali by road through ferry. So what we have to do in the COVID-19 new normal, we have to change our tourism paradigm. So in Bali, they have already discussion by the government of Bali they try to move from quantity of mass tourism to quality of tourism. Because of this COVID, they would like to speed up moving from mass to quality tourism. And also in Bali, we have a chance to promote nature-based attraction because we have a lot of beach for marine tourism and also for other water sport, ecotourism, agritourism, rural tourism, and also we have adventure tourism like rafting, hiking, parasailing, paragliding, and also mountain hiking. And also we have geotourism, like in Batur Geopark, we have geotourism. And because of the open air activity, mostly lessly like to be infected by COVID. So in Bali, we have a resort type of accommodation. Yeah, mostly resort type of accommodation. The villa or bungalow, they open air like what you see before from Mana Resort. They mostly open air, open restaurant, and so on. So it's less likely to be infected by COVID-19. So the activity there, it could be much safer. So what is the we have to do? In Bali, we have focus on domestic market, short-haul flight. Because of short-haul flight, it could be consume less fuel. Yeah, also, we have focus on open space activities in the nature-based attraction and also use less energy. It means that when we are what we call, when we are accommodating the situation now with the new normal, it seems that we can also use less energy in tourism. And then less energy, it means that less greenhouse gas emission and then prevent climate change. So we will contribute to the mitigation of climate change as well. In relation to sustainable tourism, as I said before, less tourists coming to Bali at the moment, there will be less consumption. So supply can be taken mostly from local production. When Bali is flooded by a visitor, many food supply from outside the island. When we can take the local production, it means that it will give the local economic benefits. And also when we use local production, it means that need less transportation to bring the products from the source to the market. It means that less gas emission as well and support healthy human life. And less gas emission also will prevent climate change and will be better climate, support the ecosystem. When the system supported by the good climate, and the sustainable development could be easier to be reached. And as we see, I have an idea that the positive side of pandemic COVID-19 is the mother nature can breathe easily, less pollution, less impacts on climate change. On the COVID-19 can stop people going out. So you got a problem with tourism, but in the same time, this pandemic bring a good thing for the mother nature. So I think it's to become a return point for us. We have to think a bit what we call. We have to think back that what we have done before maybe is harm for the mother nature. So now we have to look after mother nature very well. So we have to move from mass tourism to the quality tourism. That's all my presentation. Thank you very much. If there's any question, so we'll be happy to discuss later. Thank you.